Hey, it's Kelly with IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, and it's time for the Walmart haul. I don't know if you can tell or not, but I can barely fit it all over here in the kitchen at the loft. So it took me 2 hours to gather all of this for you, and part of that was because I don't shop at Walmart. So I had to literally go up and down every single aisle and look at every single thing. But let's get started. Oh, also we are using this on our Weight Watchers Week One Kickstart, and that program it'll be posted at the end of this week. So if you were watching this much after mid-September 2018, it should already be on there. It should be on YouTube. Just go to youtube.com and search If You Have an Egg, or it will be posted on my blog. That's www.IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. Let's get started. And this is in no particular order. It's just the order in which it is sitting out here. So we're gonna start over here. I'm tried to pick things that normal people would eat, and that maybe a first-time Weight Watcher or someone who's struggling or someone whose family's not quite on board, you know, some things that they would pick. So I tried to think about things that are, again, that normal people would eat, not things that after 25 years I have gathered, because I've got some pretty weird ingredients that a lot of y'all don't know where to go. So one thing that I consider very normal, Campbell's Chicken and Stars, some kind of ready-made soup like this that's a condensed soup that you can heat up quick and eat. We like this with a sandwich, or you just by itself. But a half a cup, so of the Campbell's brand, Campbell's Chicken and Stars, a half a cup is 2 Smart Points. The whole can is only 5 Smart Points. I do add a little bit of water. It's a condensed soup. You don't have to add water, but I do add water. Of course, corn. We're gonna be using the corn later this week. On our Weight Watchers Week One, we're gonna be using it to make some taco soup. I'll sneak over here and grab this while I'm already out of the way. Tyson, I found this in the frozen section. It's Tyson grilled and ready, fully cooked, oven roasted, diced chicken breast. And it says real simple, 100% all natural ingredients. So I was super pumped about that since I wasn't gonna be making my chicken this week. 3 ounces is 0 Smart Points, and you can see it is already diced. So that was really nice. And again, don't ask me how much everything is. This is not a budget blog. This is a Weight Watchers blog. Eckrich, or they had a couple of other brands. The turkey smoked sausage, 2 ounces is 4 Smart Points, and we usually eat more than 2 ounces because there are like 7 servings in here, and we end up making 7 servings, but we usually end up making this into like 4 meals. So, but 2 ounces is 4 Smart Points. Then we have staples like Veg-All, Homestyle vegetables. Had not thought about these in years. My mother used to keep this all the time because she made chicken pot pie and things like that with the smaller ones. But this one I got because it's the Homestyle large cup vegetables. It does not have enough potatoes in here to have points. So it's 0 Smart Points for a serving of this. I got this because we also got a roast, a lean roast, and we're gonna be making a roast and some vegetables later this week. So a roast and vegetables, roast and cabbage, and then the next day we're gonna have beef stew. Always keep these, and I get these at multiple places, but remember this is a Walmart haul, so I got these at Walmart. The Allen's green beans, I just love the flat Italian style green beans, and these are 0 Smart Points as long as you don't put a bunch of other things in with them. They did not have, I was very sad because Walmart, or at least the Walmart I went to, does not have the VT rice like Casey and I love so much. So instead I opted for the minute rice, and this one is white and red quinoa. The ones that were actual rice were too many points. You can see what size that cup is. It is 4 Smart Points for 1 of these cups, and it is microwave ready. So I thought that would be, good for a quick one. The Olay Extreme Wellness. Sometimes it's hard to find these. You do have to get the high fiber one to be 1 Smart Point. This Walmart also had the Joseph's Lavash, which is 1 Smart Point if you cut them in half. But I just went ahead and got the Olay Extreme Wellness so that we could just grab one and not have to worry about cutting it in half. Those are 1 Smart Point. I went ahead and grabbed a couple of things of albacore tuna, just the little packets, the individual packets. Even though I have tuna in cans, I went ahead and grabbed a couple of these, so in case I needed an emergency tuna salad or something, I would have them. But these are Bumblebee brand. There's lots of different brands. This is the albacore, and they are 0 Smart Points per pouch. The nice thing about those, when you open it, you're just using this much tuna. You're not having to drain a whole can. I also went ahead and picked up some Bolthouse Farms cucumber ranch yogurt dressing for 2 tablespoons of that. It is 1 Smart Point for 2 tablespoons, and this is actually really good ranch. I am not a fan of like the fat-free ranches and things like that, but the Bolthouse Farms, the cucumber ranch, the yogurt dressing is really good. So I had some of that today, and if you've been keeping up with what I've been eating so far, today, as of right now, we are on day 2, of taking pictures of the Weight Watchers Week 1 Kickstart, and I ate the cucumber ranch today, and it was yummy. I went ahead and grabbed, even though I don't usually buy things like this, I went ahead and grabbed some parquet spray because, again, remember, I'm trying to buy things that normal people that are first starting out, and people whose families may or may not quite be on board with this yet, that they would purchase. And this is parquet spray, and it is 0 Smart Points. And I went ahead and cranked the number of sprays up to like 10, and even at like 10 points, it was still 0 Smart Points. And because I'm pretending to be a new Weight Watcher this week, I went ahead and got already flavored yogurt. So seasoned Weight Watchers that have been on Freestyle for a little while, we've all been mixing fun things into our yogurt, and I prefer the Dannon Light and Fit. So I went ahead and got some flavored, even though it already has points, that's okay. I've planned it into this week, but I did find Dannon Light and Fit Caramel Apple Pie. I had never seen this one. Well, I've seen it on Instagram and things and been super jealous of the people that had it, but I found some. And since I'm not planning on going back to Walmart anytime soon, I went ahead and got like 6 of them. Yeah, but those are 2 Smart Points, and it is Greek yogurt. Again, normal people eat mayonnaise. Yeah. So I went ahead and got some Hellmann's Light Mayonnaise, and this was absolutely the lowest point mayonnaise that I actually know tastes good. By far, and it came in this cute little squeeze thing that stands up, so I think John will be happy with that. But 1 tablespoon is 1 Smart Point. I'm planning on making some of the tuna salad with that. I think that'll be really good. I got some Philadelphia, and I already had a couple of questions about this. So I had a couple of people ask me this. Let me turn around this way. Philadelphia cream cheese, and it is the 2 times protein. I've seen this at other places. The 2 times protein has the same number of points, I think, as the whipped. It was the whipped Philadelphia, but I don't know. I just decided I wanted this one. And it is 1 tablespoon equals 1 Smart Point, and 2 tablespoons is 2 Smart Points. So it does not go up for 2 tablespoons. I also got, I just realized I left one thing. I did not get it out, but with the cream cheese, I've been eating that the last couple of mornings with the English muffins that I got, and I forgot to get out the sugar-free raspberry jam that I bought, but it is Smucker's brand, I believe, and it is, let me think, 2 tablespoons is 1 Smart Point. I'm not gonna grab that out of the refrigerator now. I went ahead and got some Daisy Light Sour Cream, because remember, we're pretending like we've never done Weight Watchers before. And if you are brand new, I'm not making fun of you, just trying to help you out. So Daisy Light Sour Cream, 1 tablespoon is 1 Smart Point. So we have that. You saw this for lunch. I had this for lunch yesterday. These are the Jif to-goes, and we take these with us when we go to Disney, but I went ahead and got them for this Weight Watchers Week 1 week so that I could have something quick and easy at work. And yes, it is 8 Smart Points for 1. So it's 8, but it's real peanut butter. And it's real peanut butter that is portioned. So let me open it real quick and I'll show you. The reason I like these is because it is already portioned. And being already portioned means that I'm going to stop at 8 Smart Points. So I'm not gonna open a second one and a third one and a fourth one. I am someone who can stand with the peanut butter jar and a spoon and eat a whole lot more than 8 Smart Points. And I do like real peanut butter. So this week I had that with celery and some apple slices, and it was delicious. I also got an assortment of beans. I got Lux and Bush's, even though Bush's is here in town. I went ahead and got some Lux too, and of course all forms of beans. So I got black beans, I got light red kidney beans, and I got white kidney beans, which are called cannellini beans, and I'm probably not saying that correctly, but all beans now are 0 Smart Points. And I got these to go with the corn because we are having taco soup later this week, yeah, on our Week 1. So who doesn't want to do Weight Watchers if you get to have taco soup? Then I picked up some cereal. I wanted to have a lighter point cereal that I could eat on the mornings that I'm having my yogurt. So I had picked up Chex Cereal. Rice Chex Cereal is probably the lowest point cereal that I've ever found. Everybody thinks like Fiber One is going to be really low. Not even. Grape Nuts are like hideously high in points. Chex cereals are fairly low. They did not have, this Walmart did not have their pumpkin spice out yet. So I opted for instead vanilla because I thought, well, I can eat it with my breakfast. I'm not going to eat it as cereal, like not with milk. But I could eat it for breakfast, or since it's vanilla and I haven't tried it yet, but I could eat it as maybe a snack for dessert. A half of a cup is 3 Smart Points, and 3/4 of a cup is 5 Smart Points, but that's what it looks like. And they had vanilla, I think the cinnamon flavor was a little bit higher in points, and they had a chocolate one too, I believe. And more Allen's green beans. Apparently for some reason I felt like those needed to be out twice. So I'm gonna stick those back over here. I also got Allen's Lima Beans, same brand, same company. I got Allen's Lima Beans, and these are 0 Smart Points. I got petite diced tomatoes, no oil. There's no oil in these. And I got some fire roasted Rotel, or I also have as an option diced tomatoes with lime juice and chili. That is also Rotel. And all of those are 0 Smart Points per serving. If you use more than a serving, then the Rotel does go up to a point. But we're gonna put that's gonna be in the chili. And then I thought this would be fun. I saw this on the shelf. I've never, ever purchased this before, but I thought, since I've got mayonnaise and some relish I'll show you in a few minutes, I thought I might try to make some crab salad. So I did go ahead and splurge. This was a little bit more expensive, but I got some Bumblebee crab meat, and it is for 1/4 of a cup. It's 0 Smart Points, and 1/4 of a cup I think would be plenty, but that's the Bumblebee. Then I got this big bag, and it's like this big of these. You know how much I love popcorn, and I went ahead and got these already pre-portioned out, because remember, if I'm pretending like I'm a new Weight Watcher, I need things that I can grab. I need things that I don't have to measure. I've not made it to that point in my journey yet, and there's nothing wrong with that. And some days it's nice just to grab something and go, and it was really nice last night to grab one of these with a cup of hot tea before I went to bed. But this was a big bag, and it's Smart Food Delights. This one is sea salted caramel. I'm gonna try that one maybe tonight, and it's 2 Smart Points. Then I'm gonna get, and one of John's things is playing. I'll tell you what, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go mute that real quick. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Okay, then we have the Smart Food Delights white cheddar, also 2 Smart Points, and these are 1/2 ounce bags. And then we have Smart Delight sea salt, also a 1/2 ounce, 2 Smart Points. I will warn you, if you just scan these and don't enter the information, only the sea salt. This one scans to, the other one scans to, or the sea salted caramel scans to. This one scans 4, but it's trying to scan it for a regular size bag of this. This is definitely only 2 Smart Points. This is a little tiny, see how big it is? It's a little tiny bag, but it was very satisfying and it was very yummy. Also, oatmeal. I got some Quaker lower sugar maple and brown sugar instant oatmeal for quick breakfast. I do need to warn you, you have to scan this. Don't just assume that instant oatmeal is all the same points. There were a couple of, there was one of them I scanned, it was like 8 or 9 Smart Points for a regular size packet. So do scan them. This one is the lower sugar maple and brown sugar, and it is 4 Smart Points for a packet, and it's just regular oatmeal. I mean, so you make it like regular instant oatmeal. Okay, then over here, things like mandarins or clementines, 0 Smart Points. I got 2 kinds of the Frigo light cheese. I got this one to take to work because it has the Incredibles on it. So this just dated this, but the Frigo Cheeseheads light string cheese, they are 1 Smart Point for 1 string cheese, but for 2 string cheese, it's still just 2 Smart Points. And a lot of them, when you go to the second string cheese, it bumps up to 3. So I try to get Frigo when I can. Then I also got I hardly ever buy celery, but I got celery, and I've been eating the celery with the peanut butter cups. The celery and the apples I actually took to work yesterday, I guess. So I had celery and apples with that 8-point peanut butter cup, and it was very yummy. Except I got in trouble because I let Alyssa have one of the apple slices after I chewed the peel off, and I got in trouble with her mommy. So sorry Alyssa. I was pleased to see, okay, I was not pleased to go to Walmart, but I was pleased to see that the Walmart that I went to, which is not hideously far from me and is right down the street from my Weight Watchers meeting, they do have the Healthy Life hamburger buns, hot dog buns, and the English muffins. So I bought the English muffins this time, and they are two Smart Points for the whole English muffin. Do not watch this video and assume that all English muffins are only 2 Smart Points. That is not so. Again, just like with the oatmeal, most of them are 4. Some of the flavored ones, like the seasonal flavored ones, can be 6, 7, points. These are 2. So if you can find this brand, Healthy Life, and of course I found this at Walmart, but I've also seen them at Kroger and maybe somewhere else. And since I am pretending to be a new Weight Watcher, I went ahead and bought the bread that I know, I like it too, and I know John will eat it. White wheat bread is 1 Smart Point for 1 slice, but it's 3 Smart Points for 2 slices, so it's not bad, and it's white bread. I know it's white wheat, but it's still white bread, so I don't have to sneak it in on John. He just eats it. He just eats it and goes on and doesn't fuss about it. And we have more 0-point things like Bartlett Pears. I had some big bags of those. I'm gonna get those washed up and ready. They're gonna go, they'll be washed before they go into the refrigerator. Of course, bananas. Everybody needs bananas. Those will get washed too. You all know how I feel about washing things. I'm not a germaphobe, but even things that you're going to peel, produce that you're going to peel, please, please, please wash it before you actually put it away, before you prepare it and put away. There are lots of icky little things on the outside of the skin, and even though you're going to peel the banana, if people with not clean hands have been touching the bananas and then you touch it and peel it, well, you can just, you know where I'm going with that. They did have some local produce, so I got a couple of cucumbers. They're all obviously 0 Smart Points. These little bitty cucumbers had more seeds inside of them than I had ever seen, ever. And I've eaten a lot of homegrown cucumbers, but they were so tender and so delicious. I ended up eating an entire cucumber with my lunch today. So obviously cucumbers are 0 Smart Points. Potatoes, I did go ahead and get a bag of potatoes. I don't normally buy potatoes, but again, since we're doing Weight Watchers Week 1, I bought some because we will have the taco soup one night. Then another night we will have the baked potato. We'll have a baked potato with the taco soup on top of it, and maybe just a little bit of the cheese that I'm going to show you in just a second. Potatoes are based on size, so you need to decide what size the potatoes are, and then look them up in your Weight Watchers. If you've got e-tools, you can look online, and you can try and weigh them. Some people weigh their potatoes. I don't really weigh mine. These are going to be like 3-point potatoes due to the size of them. Then I got some sweet potatoes. Same thing for the sweet potatoes, but I like this. I went ahead and got this because this bag has they're all the kind of smaller ones. Can you see those? They're not the huge ones. So when you buy them, here lately when you buy them individually, like at Publix and things, they're like this long and about that big around, and it's like a 7 or 8 point sweet potato. Those are about 3-point sweet potatoes due to the size. So this whole week, I'm attempting to drink mostly water, coffee in the mornings, and then water. So at night, I only bought 6 of these. So at night, this is the only flavored beverage splurge that I'm gonna have this week. And these are Minute Maid Light, 10 calories, and for the whole bottle, it is 0 Smart Points. And I went ahead and did it this way so that I wasn't tempted to guzzle it, because if I make lemonade, I'm gonna drink it. And let's see, what do we have over here? Okay, so on this side, this is the cheese I was talking about. So I've been buying this all along, but this Walmart had the Velveeta shreds, in 1/4 of a cup is 2 Smart Points. This is the original, so this tastes like it is basically Velveeta cheese. Actually, it's not just basically Velveeta cheese, it's Velveeta cheese. And it melts really well, and we had the chicken quesadillas that I posted last night were made with this, but they also had cheddar, and I had never seen the cheddar shreds, but they are also 1/4 of a cup is 2 Smart Points. I thought that one was a good investment. That one's easy, it melts really well. John was super excited about, you know, being able to use it because he can, you know, he can use it. Always have the little half cup size of unsweetened applesauce on hand. And this time this Walmart had the Granny Smith kind, which I love because it's a little bit tangy. These are 0 Smart Points, great to pick up and go. You do not have to keep them refrigerated. So I think that's a really good, it's a treat for kids and adults alike. So I like to keep those on hand. Okay, I want somebody to talk to me. Have you all ever tried these? I was gonna get pickle relish so that I could make egg salad or tuna salad if I wanted it. And I went to get pickle relish and I saw these. I want to know, has anyone ever had these? It's called Wickles Original Relish and Wickles Spicy Red Sandwich Spread. I am super excited to try these. The Wickles Original Relish points out to 1 tablespoon equals 1 point. The Spicy Red, 1 tablespoon appears to be 0 points. I don't know, we'll find out. But that's what they are scanning. So those two. So if anybody's had either of those, I would love to hear from you in the comments. Please comment below if you've had them because I want to know what you think of them. This is not the brand of hard-boiled eggs that I buy, and y'all know I don't make my own hard-boiled eggs, but I went ahead and got some because I was at Walmart and I didn't want to have to go back and I wasn't going to go anywhere else. So they do have their own brand of hard-boiled eggs. And of course, hard-boiled eggs are 0 Smart Points, and if you get them already boiled, you just take them out of the bag. This I had for lunch today. Triscuits used to be a fan favorite and I've just forgotten about them, but I found this flavor there last night. It's avocado, cilantro, and lime. And I had these with one of the Frigo cheese heads melted on top. Well, I had 6 crackers. The 6 crackers is 3 Smart Points. So I had 6 of the crackers and then I took 2 of the Frigo cheese head light and tore them up and put them on there and microwaved them for a minute and had little melted cheese, I don't know, Triscuits or whatever, and it was actually quite yummy. But these are 6 of the crackers is 3 Smart Points, and that flavor was really good. I liked it. I'll be buying that one again. Of course, more fresh veggies. You know, mushrooms, you can't go wrong with mushrooms, always 0 Smart Points. I got some rosemary to go in the roast that I bought, and I did not get the roast out because I did not want to leave it sitting out here and let it get icky. But I got some rosemary to go in there, and that'll be going in the crock pot tomorrow. And then after we have it as roast, then we will be having it again another night with the big chunky vegetables that I had out here a minute ago as vegetable or beef stew. And we're getting close to the end. The turkey, I did go ahead and get out because I wanted to talk to y'all about this. So I've had a lot of people saying, I can't find 99% fat-free turkey. Okay, this is 97% lean, only 3% fat, but it does scan as 0 Smart Points. I am going to count it as 0 Smart Points. I know it is not 99%, but none of us are doing Weight Watchers because we ate 2 extra % of fat on turkey, on ground turkey. So I'm not worried about it. But this is gonna go into the taco soup. And last but not least, I had completely forgotten about these. I used to eat these all the time. And as I was slowly walking up and down the aisles, I was like, oh, I completely forgot about Jello. So Jello, I got the chocolate vanilla swirls, and they are in the regular little size Jello cups, just like you're used to, and it is only 2 Smart Points. So it's 2 Smart Points for one of those little cups. So I'm thinking that's gonna be a great, you know, right before bed snack. And I do have some whip that I did not get at Walmart, so I'm not gonna show it to you, but that would be a great 2-point little treat to have. So there you go. That is my Walmart haul. And again, we will be posting at the end of this week, we will be posting the Weight Watchers Week 1 Kickstart, and it will be using everything here. I'm trying my best, unless it's the eating out days that I've planned, I'm trying my best to only eat the things that we purchased at Walmart. So wish me luck and enjoy this because I'll probably never be back there again. But anyway, I hope you enjoy and I hope you get some great ideas and let me know what you think. I hope you comment below. Thanks. Don't forget to subscribe.